The creators of Pokemon are making a Sekiro-like action-based RPG called Beast of Reincarnation. It looks fresh, it looks unique, it looks beautiful. I'm not just saying those things. Some of my favorite things from the trailer were these male facts, which are like powerful, blight-corrupted creatures. We'll get more into blight a little bit later. There's these massive boss monsters known as Nushi, corrupted by the same blight. The combat system looks super interesting. It seems to mix real-time combat with a little bit of turn-based combat. I'm interested to see how that plays out. And you have a companion that they keep calling a dog, but I mean, look at that thing. That's not a dog, man. That is a wolf beast right there, dude. Beast of Reincarnation is a new action RPG from Game Freak set in post-apocalyptic Japan in the year 4026. Most of humanity has already been wiped out by something called blight. It's a parasitic force that spreads through plants, animals, and really entire environments. You play as Emma, a girl who lives in isolation, outcasted by her community. She is feared by them as she has a unique ability to hunt male facts and seal their blight within herself. The Sekiro comparisons are validated as the combat looks to be pretty parry heavy. Uniquely though, as Emma lands successful parries, this will build power in her companion Ku, allowing her to use blooming arts, which are special abilities Ku and Emma access through their shared power of blight. The system mixes real-time combat with turn-based combat, slowing time down when using blooming art, giving you time to think about your next move. Emma meets her wolf dog companion in eastern Japan. Ku is wounded and corrupted by blight. The trailer foreshadows a need to build trust with Ku, and some of the cinematic shots between Emma and Ku already got me in my feels, man. I cannot wait to see how deep the story between them goes. If Game Freak does anything to that dog, so help me, I will. Normal enemies in this world are called malefax. These are creatures that have been completely consumed by the blight, fusing with plants and animals to create these insane beings. The result is a mix of organic corruption and distorted, absolutely stunning forms of life. On a larger scale, you have Nushi, which function as boss variants of Malefax. These are heavily corrupted, much more powerful creatures that Emma and Ku will have to defeat to strengthen their powers, allowing them to eventually defeat the Beast of Reincarnation. Then there's this faction that I think is really interesting called the Golems. These are artificial bodies created for people in the past to transfer their souls into as a way to survive the harsher conditions of the world. Over the last 2,000 years, they've become very well equipped in combat. However, their souls have deteriorated, causing them to malfunction a bit and kind of turn on you, you know? So the game also seems to give players a lot of flexibility in how they approach fights and battles. Options exist to bow wield from a long range, stealth attack enemies, and you can even send Ku in first to do some damage before you get in there. We also see this really interesting character named Kunai. She's a pretty hot looking swords person who travels with her own epic looking male fact companion. She's not explained like super in depth yet, but it does hint that there will be some extra depth to the story, some character building, relationship building, maybe some cool side quest material. So interested to see where that goes. The progression system seems pretty complex. It seems like the builds will be able to go pretty deep. There'll be a lot you'll be able to do with the character and with Ku. There's a skill tree system designed so Emma's abilities and Ku's abilities directly influence each other. And I think the UI looks really aesthetically pleasing. I think it's gonna be super easy to hang out in these menus. Another interesting system shown has to do with these things called spirit stones, which serve as some sort of connection between Emma and Ku, allowing the player to stack katana effects that trigger upon successful parries. So the game looks nuts. It looks really pretty. The biggest question I'm left with is what can we actually expect from the soundtrack? I'm a big music guy when it comes to video games. I played Expedition 33. The music was unreal. So I'm really hoping they come through in that area. I'm also curious if there's gonna be many like sci-fi related enemies, you know, like droids and stuff like that. You see a little bit here in the trailer, but they don't really mention anything about droid-like enemies, so I'm not sure if we'll be fighting anything like that. One thing that people have pointed out is a striking similarity in character design between some of the characters in Beast of Reincarnation and the game Stellar Blade. I'm not sure if that's intentional, if that's just design influence, not sure what's going on there. But if you guys are interested in a video on that, I'll do some research and I'll get you the full scoop. So thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe if you'd like, and have a good one. Cheers, guys.